What's up, y'all? We're back for now. We're here for Bad Girls Club. I keep on saying Bad Girls Club. I get too hyped, right? Baddies, all right? Season 2. This is part 2, so they're going to have a part 3. Hopefully, that's the last part, because we ain't about to be keep on doing this. Like, y'all dragging it, you know? But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about it. Definitely make sure y'all check out my brand. It's empresslooks.com. It's in the description area. There is a coupon code for, you know, like a certain percentage off, so check it out. All right, so it's Empress 100, just in case if I don't put it in the description area. But now let's talk about this episode, y'all. So everyone was all hyped up, like still hyped up from last episode, because obviously this is just one big thing. They're just splitting into 3 parts. And Scotty, she was still super vexed, super mad, because she got pimp slapped. Like you could hear that thing like all the way across the room, man. That thing was loud. So yeah, Natalie, she was over there trying to get Slim, and Slim was like falling over. It was just pure madness. Scotty, she finally was able to get like a little Harajuku, like, you know, she was able to get a little kick, you know, over there to Rollie, you know, literally knocked her off her feet. So she got something in. I mean, Rollie, you could tell she was tight after that, because she didn't expect that one. She caught her real quick with the stealth, you know. She definitely got her. And Chrisean, she was just chilling that whole time. Like, she was like telling jokes and stuff. I was like, look at Chrisean. You done grown up, little mama. You doing good. Like, because usually when everybody's fighting, Chrisean, you know, she usually likes to jump in and start implementing herself and try to fight Slim, even though Slim ain't even do nothing to her. You know, Slim been done since like the first time. Slim been over it. You know, she wasn't trying to have no smoke anymore. I mean, not really no serious smoke. And so somebody, I guess they ended up sneaking and getting Natalie. I'm not really sure who it was. I didn't really catch that part. I was thinking of rewinding again just to kind of see it, but then I didn't feel like it because I was still looking at the end, and then I had to like pause because somebody had called me. But yeah, I thought it was Rollie at first, but then when she was talking in the back, like it sounded like it was somebody else. So I'm thinking maybe it was Slim who caught her, but I'm not really sure. But Natalie, she was just done after that. Like her eye was kind of looking a little swollen and stuff, and she was just like, yo, like I'm out, that's it. And then she tries to be out, and here comes Sidney Star, the great, you know, trying to talk to her. She's like, oh fuck, like she's like, come on, like I had to come for 4 hours. You told me I was gonna be able to be on the show. Like I was just like, she was like, I want my dignity back. Like, bitch, you begging, you're almost literally on your knees begging to be on a show. Like, what dignity are you trying to get? Like, Natalie was just super over it. I really thought she was about to leave, but I'm like, she's over here talking about, this is my show, like I'm the creator, all y'all about to get fired and this and that. And I'm like, dude, but you're leaving your own show. Like, you're supposed to be the boss, but you're supposed to be telling these chicks what to do, and you're getting ready to throw in the towel and be out. Like, how are you supposed to be the boss if you can't even, like, who would I say, freaking most of these people, like people that's real bosses would never, you know what I'm saying? They would never. Shawty O'Neal would never. She'll be like, oh, you must have forgot who writes your checks. Like, she'll say it with dignity and grace. She don't even get upset. She'll just look at you and just come at you like. Natalie needs to learn a few things and humble herself. Well, I wouldn't really say humble herself, but she really needs to like take some business course 101 or something like that, and really, because I feel like Zeus in general needs to get everything on I don't know if they do it for ratings, like they just let people go amok and do whatever the hell they want to do or what it is, but like it seems like they never have these reunions under control. Like, it's always pure madness. I remember when Tamar was hosted, she was so over it, so done, so pissed off. You know, at least Trina is able to sit down and keep her composure, but she looked like she was like kind of over it too. And so then you see Scotty trying to go back and get this chick, Rollie again. Like, she keep on talking about the slap. Like, yo, she was dead mad. Like, that joint must have hurt her to the core. Like, she probably felt that in her bones, honey, because she was not letting that go. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm like that. Like, you get one hit in, I'm going to try to stab you. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I know the professional part of me is like, no, you shouldn't do that. But, you know, the petty side of me, the part that's not so easily regulated, says, you know what, like they try to hurt you. You need to go harder. You need to make people feel it. You need to let them really see, you know, like you slap me, I'm going to get something and I'm going to try to burn your hair off, or, you know, like something crazy like that. But I mean, I've changed and I've grown, but yeah. if back when Bad Girls was on, like I could have definitely applied, because, you know, but it's like I get too crazy, I get too serious, and I know somehow, somewhere I probably would have landed up in jail. So yeah, that's why I try to keep myself, you know, out of drama as much as possible, but somehow it tends to try to get me. Try to boom. I'm like, yo, I'm too old for this. I can't. No. So then they come back to the stage and just like a bunch, they all had like a bunch of rage and stuff like that. It was just crazy. And Chrisean, she was acting all good at first, and then she comes and she starts going after Slim, and Slim was like not ready. Like she's like, yo, I knew something was going to happen, because she was too chill, you know. She started banging on her, and then at least Slim got a chance to pull off the wig, and you know, then Chrisean ended up coming back out later on with like a hoodie, a Zeus hoodie on, covering up her bald head. But yeah, her wig was done after that. But I don't know, it was just a lot. And then she came back out, she was like, yo, that she's drunk because they kept her there too long, just waiting and stuff like that. She probably was taking shots in the back when they had put her back, you know, whatever, because yeah, she was super talkative. Like they start off, like Trina started trying to ask questions and stuff. So she asked Chrisean, like, you know, how did you feel about everything or whatever? And she was saying that she didn't like how they was like laughing at her. She felt like she was being bullied. And I mean, she was getting all emotional and stuff. She was just like all over the place. And I'm like, it could be like the liquor, you know, and also she has mental issues, you know, and things like that. And she even said it during that part. She said like she felt like she was being bullied and called dirty. And then she was like, she has a lot of mental shit that she's battling as well. So it's like, you don't know what people's going through. Yeah, you saying like, oh, she's crazy, but like she could legit have like bipolar disorder, or, you know, probably not multiple personalities, because we didn't see her switch up like that. But, you know, she has stuff, maybe ADHD, like things where she's not regulated, you know, or she gets dysregulated very quickly, or just like does like things that you're like, what are you doing, you know? And it's not so easy for her to like just be chill, you know? And she said she did kind of want to have a relationship with everybody in the house, but once she seen how they was talking about her and giggling and taking the thing out her ear and all that, she was just over it. And she realized like, all right, it's me with God right now. And then she said that luckily her and Jayla had got really close, so she felt like Jayla was really like holding her down and stuff like that. Persuasion, she was like that she did speak to her off camera, but Chrisean, she kept on like cutting her off and not really letting her talk, you know. And Chrisean, like I said, she kept on cutting her off, and then at that part, Persuasion, she was just like, you know, she walked off the stage, because, you know, she's just like, this is too much. Like, I'm not even able to say anything. So, like, what's even the point of asking me questions or talking to me? Because, like, literally every time she tried to answer, it's like Chrisean would say something, you know? And Chrisean then is, like, trying to bait her, talking about, nah, like, that couldn't be me. Nobody would make me walk off my stage, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, like, she's too pretty right now to be trying to fight. She has on literally a long ball gown. Like, she's the most dressed up one out of all of them, looking like she's going to a gala. You know, she was not ready for this. She was like, where did you think you was going, Persuasion? Like, yeah, it's a reunion and everything, you're supposed to get dressed up, but you've seen how these things go down, so you know you're supposed to have like a backup outfit, or just have something comfortable on so that your feet at least can be ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you want to wear something nice, I feel like in these situations, you gotta wear like some cute little sandals, some nice little decked out sneakers, you know, with some little Swarovski crystals or something like that, so that you're not caught lacking. And I feel like that's exactly what was happening with her. And so, Natalie was just in the back, like she was just getting drunk, sounded real terrible. Like she was just sounding like like some desperate housewife just sitting in the back with the bottle like, oh, they better know who I am. You're not going to be on this show season 3. You know how many people I got in my inbox right now? She's like, please, y'all not going to be on here. Like, y'all are fired. Why are they even on my set? Why is she on my set? And I'm just like, oh my God, Natalie, like, you're supposed to be the boss. You should not be intimidated. You should not be off your set. You should be out there. You know what I mean? You should be chilling. You should be showing them who is running things if you are the person that you claim is really running everything. But you're not at this point. So Natalie was just like, she's seen Scotty and she's like, yo, Scotty, when I move, you move. You understand me? And Scotty's like, yeah, say less, say less. She's like, yo, like, that's why you on this show. That's how you got on this show. Because when I move, you move. You understand that? She was like, go there. Scotty, like, you know when you try to tell your friend, like, all right, the cameras is on, stop putting all my business out there. She's like, this is how you get money. I've been giving you money since day one. When I move, you move. Remember that. I'm like, damn, like, it sounds like she done sold her soul. Like, you know, like a lot of things that people were saying was really, I mean, I really kind of peeped that, like, oh, they've been having their little side conversations like, yo, you need to start. That's why the whole thing started with Rollie to begin with. And Rollie did say that. Like, you could just tell just by the way they talking, like, that was all planned out. Because that's what Rollie was saying. Like, I ain't never have no problems with you. For you to come up to me talking about this whole situation, like, it wasn't your position. It wasn't for you to come up to me, regardless if it's on camera or off camera. Like, that had nothing to do with you. And that's correct, you know? So, and that right there is showing, like, she put the nuggets in her ears so that they could cause a little bit of drama, so that things could spark up and ratings can go up a little something. That's exactly what it's all about. So, yeah, so she was saying that to her. And then now back to Persuasion, she gets asked if, you know, if she would have done anything differently. She tried to start talking and stuff like that. And she said that she thought the conversation that she had off camera, telling her, like, you know, like, can we just tidy up and put things together because it is kind of messy and stuff like that. She said she said it from the heart, you know, just try to have like a conversation, like, just without everybody around and stuff like that. And, you know, she thought it would help, but it kind of was brushed off and dismissed. So that's why things went the way they did. But she was like, for her, TV stuff is for TV, you know, but she's like, we don't usually take it to heart. Like, it's there and then we move on from that, you know? And she said that she had genuinely apologized and all those things. And she was like, at the end of the day, she's not embarrassed for speaking her mind. And she was like that, you know, they asked her about the stuff that she said about Blueface. I think she said she was sitting on his face or something like that. Remember, she said that back in that episode. Well, she was like, she said what she said because she's mad. And she's like, when you're mad, you're going to say whatever. I know for me, when I'm mad, like, I'll say things to go and get you to the core. Like, I'll say things because I want it to hurt you. I want you to feel it in your soul, especially if I'm hurting, but I'm not crying, but I'm being strong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel no remorse from you. I feel like you just kind of like, fuck you, bitch. Like, you know, I'm like, you know what can I say that I know is gonna eat at you? What is your insecurity? What is the one thing that's gonna make you hurt? And she was like, she's a Pisces and she speaks to hurt. And boom, at that moment, like, she was not ready, you know. Chrisean just got up and started, boom, 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 got her. And I'm like, dang, girl, like, if you gonna say something crazy, like, you gotta be prepared, because you know how this girl is. You done spent weeks, months, or whatever it is, probably months, you know, in the house, in different places where you've seen how unstable and just like impulsive she can be. So why would you just be sitting there chilling, looking pretty, smoking on your little sticky? Like, no, you're supposed to be on some, like, take off the shoes. Them shoes should have been off. Like, you should have been ready, and she wasn't. She literally got knocked off her feet, and then it looked like Natalie was still going back for Rollie. But like, I could definitely relate to the part where she was talking about, like, a Pisces will speak to hurt you, because I know for me, baby, that's facts, you know. But I want to say I've grown, but I've had some recent situations that have proven to me that I thought I did. But yeah, I can help others, but as far as helping myself, it's not always the easiest to when you're in a situation. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. All right, but thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Later.